Hey, so I will really, really try to be brief. I have trouble focusing on the camera. I tend to look everywhere. So it's something I need to work on in the next year, really, of me recording this progress. So if you've never seen me before, hi. I'm trying to shift from being a hobbyist, somebody that's really into different topics for my own interest, for my own knowledge, for my own practice of whatever little projects I'm doing, towards becoming professional. And as much as it's a change in terms of what needs to be done, it's also a change in the angles of how you see things, the different questions you start to ask yourself that may be different from when you're just interested in a topic. If you want to also be able to bring value to whoever listens to the product or the service that is used, is it good because you like to do it? Because that's great. You like to paint walls. Perfect. Maybe your friends even call you up when they're moving so that you can help them put tape and do all this stuff. But it's a different angle when you go from helping friends and family sometimes and doing things for yourself in your own space to maybe doing murals for a city or for a contest, or generally doing wall painting for houses. If you want to do that as a service that you offer like a business, what you need to do, of course, you can register your name and register your business tax number and all this stuff, which is simple-ish, but still is a process that you can get support in. But it's not just about these concrete things. It's also about how you start to talk about your service, how you start to talk about your skill. Talk is cheap. What kind of results do you provide already? What kind of results do you intend to give? And how can you ensure that it's going to continue to be meeting this level of expectation that you set out for yourself, but maybe also what you might not have been realizing before is that when you're doing this for fun, for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your circles, great. But when you shift to going towards a more professional lens, there's expectation of the market already there. Low key, if this is something you're into, it doesn't matter what the topic, what field it is. You need to start to kind of do like a market research of like what are other companies or websites or individuals, brands that already are doing those things that I like as a consumer. When I go on the website, I'm like, oh, this is a nice website. I'm like, whoa, this is complicated to navigate. Or, oh, I really like that there's an app. Or, oh, I don't like this app because the app is done this way. Or, oh, I really like the design of the website or of the app or of the portfolio. I really like that. Or I really like the setup of this paper. I'll take I'll take this for example because it's pretty standard. So, what kind of, when you do a sale or when you do share your services or your product, what description clearly indicates what you do for you and for the user? What kind of unit price? What kind of, you start to broaden a view of like, oh, it's not just me painting. I'll keep the investment of my focus on that because that's the example I started with. If I'm painting walls, whether it's for houses, corporate spaces like businesses, or I want to actually do murals that are more artistic and not just like one color, look into what do I like? What do people like? What do I see on Instagram and TikTok and Pinterest and YouTube, Twitter? What are the things that catch my eye, that I find joy in, that I could potentially be doing, or that I could potentially partner up with people that are into it as well and build some sort of camaraderie on this topic and have this conversation that are specific. Because you might be really into your art wall thing, new business, or your artistic venture wanting to do this visual thing, but you need to be able to discuss this with people that are also professional. And you might realize that you are lacking the terminology, you may be lacking the resources, and may be lacking the specific components that comes within that field of business, that come within that field of keeping track of every sale or keeping track of every free sample you provide, and from the beginning, so that there's like a progression in terms of, what was the term I was looking for earlier? The good thing, I bought this and I know I can get everything for free on YouTube, but it's nice to have everything tangible. So conversion, to be able to do analytics and conversions of what you're doing, you need to have a map. Computer is dying. Where did I put this? There it is. I kind of got lost in translation a little bit. Okay. What's the other one? So I will continue to finalize this whole thing in one other video.